Stop stressing your dog out. Your dog doesn't need to fear you. They need to trust you. Let's be honest. Have you ever raised your voice at your dog out of frustration? Maybe you did it because your dog jumped on your friend when they came by the house, or they chewed up some old LVs you had in the back of the closet, or they just kept barking nonstop and you couldn't figure out why they were barking, so you just decided to yell at them because that was your reaction. This is what I learned through all my vet assistant training, as well as working with dogs with temperament, and that's yelling doesn't stop your dog's behavior. In fact, you just made it worse. Today, I'm going to show you a better way to redirect and correct your dog, and this way is going to build trust, not fear. As much as we treat our dogs like children, your dog is not a human. So for those of you that have human kids, some of you will yell at your child to redirect their behavior, to get their attention, or to let them know you did not approve what they just did. Dogs don't connect the behavior that you're upset about with your loud reaction. Dogs don't understand yelling the same way humans do, because most of you don't do it in the moment, you do it seconds later, especially if there's a few seconds of delay between the action that they did and you yelling. What your dog does understand is your energy. When you yell, that equals chaos to a dog, and chaos then equals anxiety. Now you just gave your dog anxiety. And then once the dog is anxious, they are unable to learn. At that moment, the dog is now in survival mode. For example, let's say your dog pees on the rug and you come and yell at them 10 seconds later once you see it, not in the moment that the dog is peeing on the floor. Your dog isn't thinking, oops, I peed. They're thinking, uh-oh, here go mom again, and I don't know why she's yelling. So this is what you're gonna do instead. It starts with you. You have to be immediate, calm, and clear. You do have to catch it in that moment. If you don't, your dog doesn't recognize what they did wrong. Once you catch your dog misbehaving in that moment, all you're gonna do is give a firm no, not a scream. Then we're gonna redirect that behavior for what you do wanna see from your dog in that moment. Then you're gonna give them a treat. For example, say your friend comes by the house. Your dog runs to the door and jumps on it. In that moment, as friend is coming in, you say no, and then immediately you need to say sit. At this point, your dog should know the signal for sit in your home. You are standing right there next to them, because once they sit, you praise them and you instantly give them a treat in that moment. You told them no, you redirected the behavior, they gave you the behavior that you want, and once you saw that behavior, you rewarded it in that moment. It's that simple. Now you have to do this every single time your friend comes to the door, or every single time you see a behavior in your home that you don't want. Because over time, your dog is going to learn that sit equals attention. And they're also learn that jump equals I'm going to be redirected or ignored. That's how you're going to get the behavior to shift. Through structure, not fear. Now this method works because if you have a Yorkie that may have an attitude, or just a high energy pit bull, or even if you got a rescue dog that may be reactive. This method works because it teaches them what to do. And at the end of the day, most dogs want to please us as owners, but they can't do that if you're always correcting without guiding. Correction without instruction basically leads to confusion. You can save a lot of money because you don't have to have a professional trainer to correct your dog's behavior. You just got to be clear, consistent, and calm. Stop raising your voice. Now you may slip up, and that's okay, but the goal here is progress between you and your dog, not perfection. If you're still confused about your dog's behavior, my dog body language cheat sheet is now available. It breaks down the exact signals that your dog is showing you and what they mean. Grab it for free using the link in the description, and I also add it in my bio. I'll see you dog parents in the next video. Bye.